Hi everyone. So today we're going to see about the remaining functions. In the last video we have discussed about the helper functions, how to use the custom module inside Netsuite. We have seen the getlines function. So now we are going to continue on that. So I'm going to show you some more useful functions that is very useful in your Netsuite scripting. So let's get started. So let me open Visual Studio Code. So this is the script yesterday we wrote. So those who have not seen those videos, just go and check this video out before continue. So basically we have wrote a function called getLines to fetch all the sublist. It doesn't matter which record it is, it will be extremely useful when you are trying to do the consolidations on any line level, right? So we are going to continue on that. So by the way, you can check this code in GitHub. So I have uploaded the code in GitHub. You can clone the repo. The link is in the description. So please free to check this out. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to continue on writing a new function. So I'm going to call this function called pick. So basically this function helps you to extract a value from an array. So you can use map since this is compatible with 2.0 as well as 2.1, so we are going to stick with this pick function. So basically this function, what it does is it basically extracts a key from a list. So I will show you how this function comes handy when we are trying to do a search in Netsuite. So let's start with this function. So I'm just creating this pick. So basically we are going to need an array and a key to pick, right? So let's put try catch as usual. So I'm going to log here. So pick field. So whatever that error is, we are just logging it. The first thing we have to do is we are going to check whether the parameter is an array or not. So I'm going to use array.isArray. So just put array. It is an array. What we will do is we will return array.map function c return c of whatever the key that they are specified, right? By default we are returning an empty array. Okay, so this is what function does. So basically it gets a value from that list that you are specifying. So it will give you the keys. So to test this, we will deploy this to Netsuite using that same tutelet that we have created. So we will try to use this function, what it does, right? So let me put this. Let's go to the Sweetlet. So yesterday we created this Sweetlet where we tested multiple records like SOP and all this. Again, this code is in description. If you want to check this out, or if you want to follow along, you can use the lessons folder. Just continue from there, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to create a new folder for this lesson. Right. So I'm going to create this again, the test Sweetlet test space here. So that you can try the lesson 2 if you want in the future. Right. So on the lesson 3, what we are going to do is we are going to remove all this information. We don't need all this because we have tested this already. So we are just going to use the test sales order that was specified here. We are going to get all the line items. Alright, so what this pick function does is basically if you want to extract, let's say you are getting all the line items from the sales order, but you need to search all the items in bulk, right? So for that you need to have only the specified IDs so that you can pass it in a search. To have this, let's put it as item IDs. So you can simply use util.pick that we have created now. So item sum is so whatever the key you want, right? So basically it will give us the only the IDs of that particular key in that array. So I'm just writing it to the output items 1, right? By the way, you can do some other list if you want. Let me do it for, if you want all the amounts together, you can simply pass amount here. So amounts, then you can sum the total if you want. So basically all amount reduce a comma b, simply put a plus b comma 0, right? So basically it will sum all the total. So I'm just writing that also if you want to the output. Okay, so let's see this code in action. Okay guys, so I'm back in Netsuite. So this is the same file that we have uploaded yesterday. So I'm going to update the file so with the newer function. So I'm just editing this. So I'm heading back to the code. I'm just copying it. So paste it here. So that we have two new functions, getLines and pick. So I'm just saving this. Right. So let's go back to the deployment. The Sweetlet deployment that we have created yesterday in the last video, basically. So I'm just copying this script now, updating the Sweetlet. Right, let me open it. Right, you can see the items value has been fetched, right? 730. So the total has been added, right? So using the pick function. So let me add the JSON as well, so that you will see what is the initial data that has been sent. Right. So let me write a break also. I'm just updating it again. So refreshing this again. So you can see, right? So this is the data using the getLines function. So you can see there are two items, item 1 and item 2. So that's what fetched using the pick function. Then we have picked the amount. So then we have added it out. So you can see these two amount has been added back, so that the total is here, right? So it becomes extremely handy, the pick function. So let's move on to the next function. So basically I'm heading back to the util module again. So I'm just creating another function called sum. So I'm just putting it as array and key. So basically it is to sum any key in a particular array. If it is a plain array like this, we can simply sum it up. If it is an object like this, we can sum it by the key that is specified, right? So to do it, so first what we can do is we can simply see whether the key is present or not. If they given the key, we can fetch the list, otherwise we can simply sum it up, right? So I'm just putting it as, let's put values to sum, right? So which is array by default. If the values are if the key is specified, the values to sum will be basically the array function, array.map function c. So return, so whatever that cf key that we are specifying. So one thing to note here is that the value might not be a number, right? So what we can do is we can create another helper function called toNumber. So basically it will try to convert the values to a float, so that we will not face any issue when we are summing it here, right? So first, just parse float, yes. If it is not a number, so I will return 0, otherwise I will return yes, right? So basically what this will do is, basically it will try to parse whatever the value that we are passing into this yes. Then we will check if it is not a number. If it is not a number, we will return 0, otherwise we are going to return that passed float, right? So simple as that. So we are going to use this toNumber function here, so that we will get all the values. Then we are going to sum this up, right? Use function a comma b return a plus b. The initial value will be 0, so that it gets added up, right? So now we have created some more helper functions, right? So in our custom model. So I'm just putting it as sum and toNumbers toNum, right? So let's go back to our test suitelet. Let me save this up. So let's open it from lesson number 3, right? So instead of doing this sum using this inline syntax, what we can do is we can simply call, instead of using this pick, what we can do is we can simply call it like total equal to util dot sum, whatever that data is, comma amount. So we can simply as total quantity if we want, like quantity. So you can do an alternate total like this also. It will pick items from, so we will first get the amounts from the list, then you can create total new equal to dot sum, right? So basically you can do it like, so both of them are fine. You can simply use a key array of object, you can do it like this. If it is a plain object like only the numbers, you can simply use it like this. So this becomes very handy if you are working with a consolidation task, like if you want to group the items as well as sum the quantities. So this will be extremely useful to have these two methods, right? So let's write it to our to the window. So let's paste it here. So I'm just pasting only the total along with the right? This is fine. Sorry. Total. To make things nicer, so what I can do is I can use this template string to print the values. So this module becomes extremely useful. So let's put this to action. So again, going back to the Sweetlet, updating the code, as well as we have to update the module as well. I'm just copying the module, going back to the module file, updating it. So let's refresh this again. So you can see that the total has been done, the total quantity is there. Again, alternate total name. So basically, so you can see it is working. Alright. So another thing with the pick function is that you can use it in the search also. So let's say you are trying to do a search, right? Instead of all this, what you are essentially doing is, let's say you want to do a search. Let me create another file out of this. Right, so let's close this. So here what you can do is, so if you are using this fix function will be an extremely useful when we are doing a search. Let's say item search type item filters, so internal ID. So here you can specify this item, or you can simply use this pick function directly. So this becomes extremely useful. So when you have a list of our array of object, so if you, here you have to just pass only the IDs from that list, the item ID, so that you can use this pick function. Item ID, right? So then we can run the search. Search.create, putting it, dot change. Right, you can simply log the license. So I'm just creating a search. So for item to fetch the display name and item ID. So to pass the internal IDs of all the items in the line level, so I'm just using this util.pick to fetch the item IDs from this ref object so that we can use it in the future. So I'm just returning the results here. One right, so that it works. So to have it, I'm just adding the search model. So let's try this now. So in the next session, we are going to create a get search function. Instead of doing all this search manually, we will create a generic search to fetch all the items basically from the system. I think it is working. It seems that there are a lot of items it is returning, I think. Let me check the filters. Okay. So I made a syntax error. Let me refresh it. So refreshing it again. So you can see the search works. Right, so we have only one item 730 in both lines, so that item we are using it via pick function. So basically, whenever you are doing search, you want to specify any filter, you can simply use pick function to extract the values from a ref object. So that's where it is very useful. So instead of using map function here, which is pretty ugly. Right, I think that's all from this video. So feel free to have a look. The code will be updated to GitHub. You can have a look. If there is any doubts, you can mention it in the comment. So feel free to like and subscribe. If there is any issue, just let me know. Have a nice day, guys. See you later. Bye.